This following video has spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled, you pretty much know the drill. But if you do decide to spoil yourself, well, you have been warned. So, let's get on with it, shall we? Hey guys, Cait Cher here, and welcome back to another 12 Days of Anime! For this anime excitement video, if you haven't read the title, we're going to talk about the second season of The Promised Neverland. And I am really excited because I think I've told you guys before that I love this series. Though like anime concerned, it just started with one season, and manga, I haven't really dove that much into the manga because I don't think all the volumes have been updated yet, and I haven't been to the library in like months. So the volumes might be there, but I haven't checked. But case in point, I've read the manga enough where I've obviously passed the first season's last episode. I pretty much know what's going to happen, but considering how behind I am in The Promised Neverland, I'm probably going to see more than what I've just read, or the last time I've read a volume for the second season, and that's what I am excited about. So in the first season of the show, it's left off with Emma and Ray taking the children who are, I think, 6 years old and older, and they finally escape from their basically child farm, where if they turn 12 years old, they're guaranteed that they're going to be fed to demons. And if you remember, if you've seen it or read it, Emma said that I think they took the 5-year-olds too. Oh my god, I am losing my memory here. Sorry about that. That if you remember from the last episode of the show, or if you read the manga up to that point, Emma said that the reason why she left the 4-year-olds and younger behind, example being Philly, who became a principal character at the end of season 1, the reason why she said that is because they are guaranteed safety until they are 5-6 years old, like when Connie was when she was adopted, but she and Norman found out that she was basically slaughtered and basically turned into demon food. So with that said, on Ray and Emma's end, they say that they have a basically maximum of 2 years to figure out what they're going to do to get those younger children out of Grace's house so they can save them, but at the same time they're going to explore what basically the outside world, the demon realm, is like, because if they end up getting basically slaughtered and eaten before then basically all is lost. The second season, I believe, is where the horror genre and suspense and the thriller elements are going to be almost at their all-time high, because now Emma and Ray and the rest of the older children are now in the woods. They are in a completely new world than what they are used to. This world is inhabited by creatures that were contracted with the humans to basically eat them because they were grown on this orphanage farm meant for that sole purpose. They are not safe. Mind you, if you remember, like, anything of what was said in season 1, like, Mother basically told them, or at least Emma, Ray, and Norman, that if they do escape, what are they going to do? Because basically, they are not safe in the Grace house anymore. They've been protected at that house since they were born, and since they were taken in. So now they're in the forest. They are completely unarmed and unprepared somewhat at that point for whatever demon is going to attack them. they don't know who's going to be their allies and who's going to be their enemies. All they do know is that they achieved their part 1 of the escape, and they need to plan for part 2 of the escape, which basically has a 2-year ticking time bomb, and if they cannot rescue the rest of their brethren, I guess, in time, their mission is a total loss. So the stakes have gotten higher in the 2nd season, and the anime better express that very well, because if you thought the stakes were high in season 1, with obviously the manga still going, the stakes have gotten even higher. And I mean higher. And that's what basically the horror genre is supposed to do. With situations that are so dire and they can imagine the horrors that they're going to witness in this new world. Like, I wouldn't say like a new world, but it's like they're invading the demon territory. There is a chance that someone is going to die. Their chances of death have went from basically the bare minimum. Well, not exactly the bare minimum, because as they get older, there's a greater chance they would die when they're sent out of there. But they went from basically 0 to 100 very quickly. And again, that's what I love about The Promised Neverland, because these older children who basically have a goal in mind are now taking one of the biggest risks they're ever going to take, which is basically fighting for freedom now in a world that they know 100% is going to kill them if they get caught. So I know I've read volume 6, which is like 1 volume past the season 1 point, which volume 5 was basically the escape from Grace House. Volume 6 is the children's first time in the woods, and they will meet 2 characters who I think are like part human, part demon or something. I can't remember. But they are strangely very sympathetic to the children's plea, at least for that moment, for the next couple days, because they allow the kids to stay like in this little cave that they live in. But they do have like private conversations, these 2 demon-like characters. They're like, what are we gonna do with them, basically? And I think they said something like, humans are always the first ones that break promises. Which, I mean, even though they're children, and they had no idea about the contract in the first place, it's kind of true. Like, these demons are not wrong, but I think they also had a moral compass of what the demons are doing are wrong, and that these humans would be so sadistic to basically grow children like they are carrots about to be chopped up in a salad. So hopefully with the season 2 of the anime, I want to see where that goes. I want to see what the stakes are, and this is probably going to be the point I'm going to be like, Caitlin, you really hate the horror genre. What on God's earth are you doing? But at this point, I don't care, because the story is so great. And I want to see more. And hopefully this more would be getting closer and closer to the main climax. So, that's all the stuff that I can tell you about what I think The Promised Land Season 2 is going to be like. And if you did like this video, please make sure you hit the like button. And if you're also excited and have your own thoughts about whatever anime you like, or this one in particular, please put that down in the comments. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'm Cait, Cher, and it's been real. Ciao!